Welcome to Shah Sports and Faith, SSF, where we talk sports-based topics as well as faith-based topics. But today is sort of different. But it's like a relationship advice from my point of view, but it lines up with faith. And I want to talk about what everybody else been talking about, and that's that Ayana, who is like a relationship advice person or counselor, and she's talking with Ebony Williams. And Ebony Williams seemed to be having problems finding a decent mate, and finding somebody that's faithful, that's committed to her, and someone that's on her level financially. And Ayana asked her a question, and she answered the question in a way that been getting that was controversial with a lot of social media people, and a lot of people been giving their take. So I thought I might as well give my take. But before I give my take, I'm gonna let this video play, and then I'm gonna tell you what I think from a biblical point of view to a certain extent, and what I believe God has given me. So check this video out.
To be a man. So I will not ask you to indict men in this question. But I do want you to speak, Ayanla, to how women need to position ourselves so that we can be in our divinity, so we can have our crowns right, how we can create and not build, when some of us, quite frankly, feel that the men that are available to us, and I'm talking about across the color spectrum, across the age spectrum, trust me, I've done them all, they are not positioned to protect nor provide because of some of the statistics we just talked about. They're not earning the incomes. They're not having the resources, and some of them are not even showing up in the leadership.
Would you date a bus driver? Would you date
if he owns the bus? If he owns it. If he owns the bus.
See, that's a problem. That's a problem. That's a problem. Okay. Because the standards and requisites, and I'm not talking about him laying on his sofa playing video games all day. I'm not talking about that. But the standards and the criteria that we use to measure men is off for who we are as women and who they are in this society. I would date a bus driver if he loved driving the bus, if he was a man of integrity, if he was good to his mama, if he treated me well.
So yes, that's that video. And man, I'm gonna come from this from a couple point of views. And one of them I want to use is this one here. Men, brothers, when you are dating, you have to, first of all, when you're dating someone, and after you go on a few dates, you ask the good Lord, is this woman for me? The Bible says, acknowledge God in all your ways, and He will make your pathway smooth. That means He will let you know, and He will make your pathway smooth. So if you ask God, is this the woman for me? And He will let you know if this woman for you or not. And if He'll let you know early, so you can avoid some going into some heartache, some heart pain, some situations that could really mess you up. And also you ought to use discretion as well. When you're dating someone, as a man, I'm just going to be honest, we are to provide. God called us to provide, protect, and to lead our wives as Christ lead us. So we are to provide. Now, in provided, that don't mean give your woman everything that she wants. God don't even give us everything we want. He gives us everything that we need. So we give our wives everything that she needs. What does she need? A home to lay her head, food to eat, shelter, which is again a home, and transportation to get back and forth. So she needs food, clothing, and shelter. So you make sure your wife has all of that. Y'all have children that they have all of that. That don't mean you live in this lavish home, lavish car, have these lavish clothing and purses, all that other stuff. She's just gonna have everything she needs. So that's what that God created us, that we are to do. That's what God want from us as men. Now, if the woman want all this other lavish stuff, then therefore that where she comes in and be a helpmeet. She go out and work her job, and she help bring in some of that money. Now when she go out into the workforce, man, that means we have to take on the load at home. That means we have to, if we got children, that means we help out with the children with their homework, clothing the children, giving them baths, making sure they're taken care of, because to take the load off, because she's working too. That means we help cook. That means we help clean, along with doing our job as men. That means washing the cars, taking out the garbage, making sure stuff is fixed in the home. So we have to take on a load if she's going to go out there and work. Now, Ebony Williams is a woman who is a lawyer, right? She is a lawyer, and I think she have like a little podcast. Now, with her being a lawyer, it's going to be kind of hard for her to date a janitor, which, that's what I do. And, and as men, because we have egos and because that's how God wired us, if we truly living into what God called us to do, is in providing for our family. If she's a lawyer, that means in a way she is maintaining us. And maintaining us means she is taking care of us like she is our child. And a woman is not going to respect you if she takes care of you like you her child. And it's going to be kind of hard for their relationship to work because she is a lawyer or a doctor, which means she's making in the hundreds of thousands and you bring home possibly 30,000. Boy, that's a big wage gap. It's going to be kind of hard for that to work. So you want to kind of date people that's in your same financial category. And to be honest with you, a lot of us, there's a lot of women out here that's really successful, especially when you're talking about people like lawyers and doctors and all of that. It's hard for them to find men that's making the kind of money that they're making. And if you do find a man that's making that kind of money that you're making, there's a lot of other women looking for that type of man, and they have their serious pickings, so they just not faithful and really not committed. It's already hard to find, unfortunately, sad, the brother that's really committed and faithful. So it's kind of hard. But Ayana also took it. Ayana, which is the counselor and relationship advice lady, she's taking her to another point of view. She says, say for instance, you make a man that's a bus driver, making probably maybe 30 or 40,000, but he loves his job. He knows how to treat people. He knows how to treat you like a queen. He's also a leader and a protector for you. He's great in his community. Now, this guy has a lot of great things going for himself. You don't want to look over him because he's not making that cash or making the money that you want him to make. So you might look over this guy that could very well be a guy that God has for you, and y'all can have he can put his 30,000 and put your 100,000. You might never know. You could motivate him, and he could start making equaling up to what you're making, and y'all can have a happy, successful relationship. So you don't want to look over him because he's not wrapped up in that bag or wrapped up in that gift box that you think. Sometimes women, man, and men, but we're talking about women in this case. Sometimes women, their expectations is extremely high. They want a man 6'3", dark-skinned, handsome, got everything, rich. I mean, all this stuff. And if he ain't got all that there, look over a man that may be 5'10", maybe making 30, 40,000, gonna treat her like a queen, gonna be there for her. God-fearing man, that look over that man, looking for this guy that's supposed to be a perfect guy, and there isn't no perfect guy or no perfect woman. So, my take is, yes, a man should provide. A man was designed to provide for his family, his wife, and to lead his family as Christ leads him. He also is to protect, but also his job is not to give you everything that you want. And if you want all these other different desires, that's why a lot of women have to go into the workforce, because they want to live this lavish life or live a better life. But if he's go out there and help you in the home, you don't want to look over that man he might be working hard and doing his best to provide, and he might be struggling, but you say, I'm going to go out and help him and be there for him, because we as one, we are a team. We're going to put our money together and grow. So I might be making more money than him, but I'm not going to, kick my foot below him and put my foot on him. We're going to work together. We're going to be a family together. We're going to be a team together, and we're going to be successful together because I love him and he loves me. He treats me like a queen. I'm going to make this relationship work. That's why Ayana was basically talking about, I'm going to make this relationship work because this man treats me like a queen. He's there for me. He's protecting me. He's looking after me. He's looking after the children. He's a great man. But Also, Ayana is saying, men, just don't sit on your. You happen to get this woman, just don't sit there and be, lazy. Just be content with that. Try to do better in life. If you love this job, if you could be a supervisor at that job, go for it. If you can find a better job, go for it. Try to do better in life. Just don't sit and just let her make this money. Just try to do better. Try to go out and get you some extra work if you can. But also women, don't look over that man, because if that man coming at you the right way and he's loving and caring for you and he's there for you, hey, pick that guy there. I'm hoping I help you with what I said today. You all have a blessed and prosperous day. As I always say when I end the video, peace and love. Peace